Good morning and welcome to Superfood Super Mornings with Dr. Shilpi. And yet another super day to start off with. And the mornings are busy, rustle bustle. And I'm again back with another superfood for the day. And yes, today's superfood is very interesting. It's one of the common food, but very uncommonly eaten because people think that it is not very healthy. But yes, we're going to bust all the myths today and talk about this superfood, which is really, really available, which is local, which is full of advantages, and we're going to take this forward this morning in the most beneficial way for both of us. So, Superfood Super Morning, superfood is today's superfood is sweet potato. Yes, it's all about sweet potato, and sweet potato is locally available. You can locally source it. It's available in the smallest of shops possible, and the local farmers grow it, and it's always covered with mud like this, and it gives a protective benefit to it. And when you wash it, it looks like this, either white or purple. So this is today's superfood that we're going to talk, and that is uh, sweet potato. And sweet potato is one of my favorite superfood, and there are so many advantages to it, and it's one of the most neglected superfood that is there. But yes, you can bake it, you can boil it, you can roast it, you can fry it, you can steam it, you can pan cook it, you can puree it. There's so many options, and sweet potato is one of the best foods for energy, even for pregnant women, lactating mothers, and also as weaning food. So even small children will be easily able to digest it. And if you boil it in some water and then puree it and give it to small kids as weaning food, or 1 year olds, or finger food, or small mashed pieces, they can easily chew on it and digest it very easily. So this is all about uh, as a small introduction about sweet potato. And there are different colors of sweet potato. We only get one or two colors here, but then there are orange, white, purple, red, pink, yellow. There are so many other colors of sweet potatoes that are available, and they're one of the staple foods of the Americans, where there is lot of consumption of sweet potato, and it's a very rich, nutrient dense root vegetable, which is sweet and starchy, and it is extremely rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, fiber, uh, and it helps in so many advantages that it has. And 1 cup of cooked sweet potato, say about 200 grams, has and every time we talk about sweet potato, it is with the skin on, so that's highly nutritious, and it's always with the skin on. And it has got about 180 calories, and carbs are about 4 grams, 41.4 grams. We have protein about 4 grams, fat about 0.3 grams, very low in fat. So it this has to be for the nutrients to be absorbed, it has to have a touch of fat when you eat. So it can be butter, or it can be oil, or it can be some sorted thing, or it can be cooked as a curry. So it is rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, manganese, vitamin B6, potassium, pantothenic acid, copper, and niacin. So there are so many interesting things with sweet potato. And if we have to talk about sweet potato and its advantages, there are several advantages to it. Especially in my house, we have sweet potatoes as a snack in the evening. We boil it, and then we saute it in we caramelize the jaggery, and we saute it in caramelized jaggery and put a dollop of butter and give. So that tastes extremely good. We have sweet potatoes added into all types of curries, with eggplant, with drumsticks, with so many curries we have sweet potato. It is even added with the tanginess of tamarind and also with jaggery as curries, and we call them pulusu. And we even cut them like chips and bake them over in the oven. And sweet potatoes are definitely nutritious if you cook them. And cooking, boiling them gives a better kind of a nutrition rather than frying or deep frying them. Anytime any vegetable with a starch, you boil them, the nutrition is different. You deep fry them, their nutrition is different. So never ever deep fry anything. Okay, once in a while if you want to have chips, you can have them. But even for chips, finger chips, if you want, you can cut them into larger pieces and bake them in oven for about half an hour with some herbs and spices added. It tastes awesome. And it's all that you have to try and explore flavors which are nutritious, and your palate will get adjusted to all these things in a very quick manner. And when you have to talk about the carbs in it, they are 53% starches, and the others are sucrose. The others are sugars, which are sucrose. We have fructose, sucrose, maltose, about 32%. And these have medium to high glycemic index. So when you talk about medium glycemic index, it's about boiling them and eating them, just as it is with that flavor. And that gives a medium glycemic index. When you fry them or deep fry them, they give a high glycemic index. So it all depends on how you substitute these sweet potatoes in your cooking. And when you have to talk about the starch of sweet potatoes, it is of two types in sweet potatoes. One is the rapid digesting starch. The other one is a slow digesting starch, and the third variety is a non resistant to digestion starch. So all these things, rapid digestion starch is about 80%, slow digestion starch is 9%, and resistant starch is about 11%. And the 11% resistant starch, it improves when you cool it and have it. So that's why people say that when you cook sweet potatoes, you have to allow it to cool and then have it, so that the resistant starch improves. And when the resistant starch improves, it is a very good food for the gut bacteria. And anything that you have as a food for gut bacteria, it enhances the intestinal flora, the same intestinal flora which protect you against infections of the bowel, and also work well as healthy probiotics. And then, so this starch acts as a prebiotic to the intestinal bacteria, which help you help with the intestinal lining, synthesis of a lot of amino acid kind of a thing that give gut lining health. So let's talk about in detail about sweet potatoes. When we talk about sweet potatoes, we often get them in various size shapes, and in American countries and other countries, in Europe and all, we get red sweet potatoes when you cut them. So when you cut open, usually we have we have white or light yellowish tinge or orangish tinge variety that is available here. But then the darker the sweet potatoes, like the purple or the red or the pink or the orange ones, they have lots and lots of antioxidants. So those are also available here, but occasionally we get them. And whenever we want to have such things, you demand and the supply comes in. So that's how the supply chain is created. And sweet potatoes are highly nutritious. They are good source of fiber, vitamins, minerals. Especially the orange and purple sweet potatoes are rich in antioxidants. They prevent free radical damage in your body. So what are free radicals? Free radicals are generated in your body, and they are unstable molecules. And these unstable molecules damage your DNA and This damage to the DNA that happens in your cells causes inflammation, and this inflammation long term gives you potential high risk for cancer, and also potential high risk for heart disease, or it causes aging also. So this kind of an anti-inflammatory property, scavenging the free radical property, is there in antioxidants. So that is why superfoods are called superfoods, because they have this antioxidant property. Even sweet potatoes, the flavored and colored sweet potatoes that we get in the market, they have antioxidant properties which help scavenge these free radicals and prevent damage caused in your body because of these free radicals. So that is a very, very protective thing that happens when you take colored vegetables, or when you take vegetables which are rich in antioxidants, and uh, the antioxidants, and they're very nutritious in the long run. And yes, about the gut health, as I was telling you about the gut health, fiber and antioxidants in sweet potatoes, especially the soluble fiber, that absorbs water from your food and adds, it helps to soften the stool. And then the insoluble fiber adds to the bulk of the stool and prevents constipation. So it helps in regular emptying of your bowel. So the more regular emptying of your bowel happens, it is more beneficial to the body, because it helps in removing the toxins from your body. So the insoluble fiber adds to the bulk, and the soluble fiber absorbs water and adds to the softness of the stool. So constipation related symptoms get down very, very soon. That is why if pregnant women and lactating mothers and children with constipation eat sweet potatoes, definitely they have better correction of this problem. And this is how you have to incorporate certain foods into your diet to give certain benefits. And this fiber, it is fermented by the bacteria in your colon, and they produce short chain fatty acids. So what are these short chain fatty acids? So this kind of a fiber, when the gut bacteria processes and has it as its food, as a byproduct you get short chain fatty acids. This short chain fatty acid is used by the intestinal cells to as a nutrition for the intestinal cells. So this is a give and take symbiotic thing that happens in the body, and that helps in the gut health. So anything that helps in the gut health, it fuels the intestinal lining cells, keeping them healthy. So these kind of fiber rich foods definitely also help in promoting the gut bacteria. So whenever there is promotion of gut bacteria, especially the bifidobacterium and also the lactobacillus species, they are like your policemen of the gut. So whenever there is any harmful thing coming in, they fight in and they rescue your body from infections and diarrheas and all that. So these two bacteria's food comes from the starch and the fiber in sweet potato. So this is an important thing, and this is the tip of the day. So the fiber in sweet potato helps your gut health and prevents constipation. And when we talk about the cancer fighting property, it is linked to the same oxidative damage prevention property that I told you about, antioxidants. So antioxidants prevent oxidative damage. Oxidative damage prevents cancer. So the anthocyanins, especially in the purple carrot, and purple sometimes in the purple skin also of the sweet potatoes, give this kind of a anti-cancer property. The anthocyanins in it, they slower the cancer cell growth. So it is very, very important when in lot of studies, and especially nutrition is the right subject that is currently taken forward into research. When you do a lot of research, they have found that the food and the cancer prevention, I mean anti-cancer properties are studied nowadays. So even for sweet potatoes, they are studying about bladder, colon, stomach and breast cancers, and especially when you have with the skin on sweet potatoes for any dish that you make, the anti-cancer property enhances. And sweet potatoes help in healthy vision, and that is one of the tip for the day. Why? Because they are rich in beta carotene, and beta carotene is very helpful for synthesis of vitamin A, and vitamin A prevents macular degeneration, and it is food for the eye. So there are so many advantages of sweet potato, especially when you talk about beta carotene that is there in sweet potato, that is really helpful for vision, prevention of night blindness, and a later property in the aged group, the macular degeneration, which is a source of blindness. So beta carotene is very important. And the anthocyanins that are there, uh, they help in brain function. They improve your memory, they improve your protect your brain, they decrease inflammation, they decrease free radical damage, and all these things are studied in animal forms, and they are end process of studying in the humans. And it is also very helpful. They found about, they decrease the chances of dementia, loss of memory. So a diet, a nutrition component that gives this kind of benefits should always be taken in the right way. And it supports the immune system, especially the orange carrots, the orange sweet potato with loads of vitamin A. They also help in immune system. They have protection against the mucous membranes, as I have told you. So that is a real benefit. And about the protein, one medium sized, say this is a medium sized sweet potato. It has got 2 grams of protein. Though it's a poor source of protein, the sporamines that are there in sweet potato, they are unique proteins. They facilitate healing after damage. So especially when your body is healing from any kind of a damage, these sporamines in this protein helps you heal well because of the antioxidant property. So this is another tip for the day. Anybody's bodies are healing from any problems, then definitely sweet potato should be one of your sources. And it's a very rich source of vitamins, minerals, the vitamin A, the vitamin C. Vitamin C in sweet potato helps in prevention of common cold, healing of common cold. The vitamin K helps in BP control. The manganese, growth and development and metabolism. The vitamin B6, conversion of food to energy. The vitamin B5, that's pantothenic acid, and vitamin E, which is an antioxidant, which is fat soluble. And then that is why when you have so many vitamins, the B complex group of vitamins and fat soluble vitamins, it is always important that you take sweet potatoes with a tinge of fat. Whether you can take it as sauteed, or even if you puree it, you just add 1 dollop of butter or some ghee, so that the fat soluble vitamins are essentially absorbed well from your body, because fat soluble vitamins definitely need fat as a carrier molecule for absorption. So whenever you're eating sweet potatoes, a tint or a tinge of fat is necessary for the nutrient absorption. And so many people ask why it's just like potato and why do you call it as healthy. I told it's a very healthier version of potato, because potatoes do not have so many aspects as what sweet potatoes have. And also the method you cook it definitely enhances whatever the nutritive value it has. And sweet potatoes are superfoods, that's why they are superfoods. And about blood sugar regulation, uh, capo, you spell it as CAIAPO. So capo, the white skinned sweet potatoes, especially the white skinned sweet potatoes, and flesh, the white flesh, they have some protection against type 2 diabetes mellitus, and they decrease the fasting blood sugars when you have it on a regular basis. The moderate amounts of sweet potatoes, not that you have it every day. They decrease the LDL, they increase the HDL, and they improve the insulin sensitivity. So in this aspect there is so much of research that is required, but yes, this is one of the aspect they are studying in future, and the studies are still going on. So it is important to understand that research is always going on, and whatever we get information, we have to use the information to incorporate into your daily lifestyle and take it forward. And there are disadvantages to sweet potatoes also, like if you have them fried and roasted and a lot of oil, they give a lot of calories, they increase your weight, and they are high in oxalates. So the chances of people with renal stones, already having renal stones, they have to cut down on their intake. This is one of the tip for today. People with renal calculi should have lesser amount of sweet potatoes in their diet, but sweet potatoes do not increase the chances of renal stones. The people who have already had oxalate type of stones, they should cut down on their sweet potatoes. This is about sweet potatoes, and sweet potatoes are definitely beneficial, and they're locally available. It's important that we should have foods that are locally available and encourage farmers grow them, and they are root tubers. And the sweet potatoes also have the leaves that are the plant that is easily grows in the soils around in and around Hyderabad and in our state. So you should encourage farming of these fruits and vegetables, which are superfoods, and they also give you a lot of advantages. And incorporate these kind of foods instead of junk snacks, chips, and all that, so that your kids also have a healthy lifestyle. That is important. Snacking is basically there every evening, and what type of snacks that you give is important. And snacks like sweet potatoes definitely give you a lot more healthier version and healthier option. So it's your choice that you have to take care, and choice of living is definitely in your hands, and how you take care of your life. So this is all about sweet potatoes, and yet another superfood super morning tomorrow.